Hey guys, it's Dante with another happiness video, and today I want to talk to you guys about happiness in relationships. Today we're actually focusing on love relationships, not necessarily mother-daughter. I mean love, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, all that good stuff, whatever. I have been in a lot of relationships, mostly good. I wouldn't say there's anything tragically bad, but I learned things in every relationship, and I learned how to find my own happiness. And I hope I can explain it well to you today, because it's, here's what happened to me. I went through a divorce, and I realized she was a very good woman, and she's the mother of my daughter, and I loved her, but we weren't right for each other. And that's not what this is about. It's also about, I need certain things, and so did she. We all do. There's certain things you want in life that maybe isn't what someone else wants, so you don't mix. And I realized when we got a divorce that there are 5 things that I needed. And those things for me that I needed in a relationship were things like, I never wanted the romance to die, ever. That's just who I am. It's who I grew up with. My parents were romantic. I'm Italian. Maybe it's in my epigenetics. Who knows? But I wanted someone who is willing to accept romance and be romantic and not give up after the first 3 months, or stop bringing, flowers to her because we've been dating for a while. That was one. I don't know if I'm going to go through all 5, but your 5 are going to be different from mine, maybe. I also wanted someone to never lie to me, even if it meant hurting my feelings. I would rather know the truth always, because I don't lie to anyone. I never do. Not in business, not at home. It's just my word is my bond, and people know and respect me for that. And so I couldn't be with someone who'd be willing to lie to me or anyone else. I don't even want to be with someone who could lie to others. So that was another one. I could go on and on of my 5, but again, those are 2 examples of what I'm talking about. You have to give yourself your own rules of how people can treat you. You do. If your husband or wife talks down to you all the time, I hope that today, after this video, you walk up to them and say, please forgive me for not saying this earlier to you, but I don't like when you talk to me like that, and I won't accept it from you or anyone else from now on. When you say that to that person, they're probably going to find so much more respect for you. And if they don't, they're the wrong person for you. If they're gonna fight you over you needing more respect, get out of the relationship if they're not willing to change. I hate to say it, people do things in relationships that kill relationships. Even when they're being told it's killing a relationship. I saw a guy buy a hat that his wife said she hated, and she goes, if you wear that, I don't want to ever have sex with you on days you wear it. He still bought it and wore it every day. They're not together anymore. It happens. My wife and I love and respect each other fully and completely. We've been together almost 13 years, and every single day I wake up to something that she's left me. Usually it's a note written on our mirror in lipstick, or a handwritten note that's maybe in my shoes or next to my keys or taped to my morning pineapple juice or whatever. She never goes a day without flowers. Even if we're staying in a hotel and I can't find flowers, I will go pick flowers. Making sure that your loved one has flowers every day can be inexpensive. Usually the roses or stuff I get her at Trader Joe's cost maybe $7, and it lasts a week. So what am I spending on my wife? Less than $30 a month for her to have beautiful flowers in the house every single day. Do I spend more than that sometimes? Yes, I do, because sometimes I want her to have lots of flowers everywhere, but that's just me. I open every door still for her after 13 years. She doesn't like to drive, so I gladly drive her anywhere and everywhere she ever wants to go. We massage each other every day. Our sex life is the best I've ever even heard of. And all of these things were choices. This didn't just happen because we love each other and we are attracted to each other. It happened because we created it. It took work. It took me saying to her, you can't treat me like that. Why did you do that? When I first met Rebekah, she was, new to relationships. She had never had a real relationship. She was dating guys. And so she was doing dummy things. Like, I remember we went out on a date and she invited a bunch of friends and we hung out all night. And I liked one of the guys and we were talking and chilling out. And then after he left, some girl said to me, she goes, wow, you're so cool. I can't believe you're hanging out with some guy she's dating. That cool. And I was like, what? She's dating him? I was like, oh my God, you can't have two guys on a date with you. Are you nuts? So, we had our problems, believe me. That's just one, We were not perfect in the first few years, but I took my time to love her fully and tell her what I needed. And she caught on and wanted to be all of my 5 things. And I wanted to be all of her 5. And we finally became those things for each other after a few years. And of course, there are bumps in every relationship, but I can tell you this. We don't have fights. We don't yell at each other on a daily basis. I don't talk down to her. I'm not resentful of her. We respect each other's privacy, but at the same time, she can go on my computer or my phone anytime, look at any photo, look at any text. I've never deleted texts unless they're just useless, like, the bank telling me, I don't know, some piece of information. But that is all why we have a good relationship. When I'm on the road, she and I speak all day long. Not because she's jealous or I'm jealous, I just miss her. But because I'm on the road without her, I want her to feel safe. So I call her at all hours because I don't want her sitting there thinking, I'm on the road, I'm a celebrity, people know me from a show or whatever, and now they want to have sex with me. Well, I talk about my wife on stage the whole time. I think I talk about her so much that women leave me alone. If I don't talk about her, maybe I do get hit on, but I do at every show because I love her and it's part of my show and it's funny and blah, blah, blah. If you're having trouble finding someone, give yourself the 5 things. It's going to make it harder to find somebody because people aren't great. People, I've noticed, what I've realized lately is that selfishness is the biggest problem throughout maybe just the world, I suppose. It's why we honk at each other. It's why we get mad in line. It's why we get mad at the grocery store. Because people do rude things. They stand in the way. They take up the whole lane. They get in front of you without a blinker. All those selfish things that if we all just thought of each other, we'd all be happier. I'm getting off topic. So back to relationships. Make sure that you are secure in what you want. Never settle. Never settle. It makes you resentful of people. And if you're already in a relationship and you're thinking, well, that's great and all, what are we supposed to do? Take a vacation? Well, is that the only time you seem to get romantic, or Valentine's Day or something like that? Because if that's true, that's sad. And you need to change that, because I'm sure that you or your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever would love to be happy every day and not just on February 14th, not just on that 1 week you go on vacation. My wife and I are together all the time. Most couples would get sick of each other. We work together, we live together, we go on the road together, and I could not be happier that it's her. And I let her know that all day long. I wake her up every day by saying, "You're the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my life, and it's a beautiful day." And that's how we start our day. And we're just good to each other, and we don't do rude things like people who get way too comfortable in relationships do, where they poop with the door open, or they're farting all the time, or belching, or just all the stuff you wouldn't do if you were dating someone new. Why are you so disrespectful to the person you live with? And I know that it's probably funny or cute now because you've done it for so long, but try changing it. Really, it's not helping the relationship. It's not. Take care of yourself. Be the person you want the world to see. Be the person that others will want. Why are you so special that you think you deserve someone great? Well, make yourself be deserving of someone great. You can't just want it and sit back selfishly and be pleased by someone who's going to be all your 5 things, but you'll selfishly not really care about their 5 things. It really is about a give and take, and I care more about the give than I do the take. She worries about giving to me, which is my take, but that's not what I focus on. Of course it gives me joy and happiness when I wake up to a sweet note, or she kisses my face 100 times for no reason, or, I don't know. But do nice things for each other all day. And if you're looking for that someone special, like I said, I don't have advice. I was married, and then I'm now with Rebekah, and I'm married again. I was never a big dater. I found my happiness, you guys. I did. I found my happiness, and I wish that for all of you, and I hope that this gives you a sense of advice, because when I was first dating and when I was first married, it wasn't about thinking about what I wanted or needed. It was just like, oh, she's hot, and we kind of like each other, and we do this, and she enjoys movies. I love movies. All right. Well, that means you guys are best friends that like to have sex, but does that mean that that's where you are now? Yeah, I'd love to know where you are now in this relationship. And if you're with someone that doesn't want the same things that you do, try to get counseling with them, beg them. But guess what? I'm going to give you the same advice my dad gave me. When I said I'm unhappy in my marriage, and I gave some reasons why, my father said to me, "I don't want to look down from heaven on your 50th wedding anniversary and see that you feel like you wasted your life." That hit me hard, you guys, because it's true. I am so glad I found Rebekah. My ex-wife found a new husband, and I believe they're happy, and I'm glad for her and him, and I couldn't be happier with my wife. I built her this garden behind us. I built her another one in the backyard because it gives her joy. I try to do everything in my life is for her and my daughter, because they're the 2 people that give me the most happiness. Figure out who those people are and celebrate them every day. And I know I said that this was going to be about love relationships, but I mean, celebrate everyone that you love. Call them right now as soon as you stop watching and say, "Dad, I love you more than anything." I don't have my parents anymore, you guys. I wish I could call them. I don't have my brother or sister. If you do, you're so blessed. Someone said something recently, and Rebekah repeats it to me every day. People are waiting around to win a lottery ticket, right? Well, guess what? You already won. We're here. You were the 1 in millions that made it to the egg. You won the lottery. Now, what are you doing with it? This is the lottery, you guys. It's not about money. It's not about anything else. It's about enjoying You're only here for so many years. How will you enjoy your life from now on? Start planning your happiness and working on it. It takes work. There is no magic pill. I didn't take a pill and go, I'm in a perfect relationship. I had to wake up every day and say, I am madly in love with this woman. As soon as she wakes up, I'm going to let her know that so that she can start her day off right. And when I see her father in the morning, I give him a hug and I ask him how he's feeling and I make him breakfast and just try to make sure he's happy. And anyone that's in my life, that's all I care about is love, health, happiness, safety, and freedom of all my family and friends and fans. And I wish you all happiness, and I hope that this helped some of you. Have a happy, happy life.